skate dancing, Hessians, a Swede, and was Paul right about where Corey was from? All this and more on a brand new episode of How Did This Get Made? Last Looks, hit the theme.
How did this get made? Whose palms were greased? Whose daddy paid? Who released this short? Dressed up as cinematic art. How did this get made?
Whoa, thank you, Ethan Fox Tucker, for that opening theme song. I'm your Valley Boy, Paul Shear, and welcome to the gnarliest podcast this side of Dogtown. This is How Did This Get Made? Last Looks, where you, the listener, are going to get to voice your issues on Thrashin, a movie that Discord user Hotline thinks should have had the tagline, Thrashin, stellar skateboarding. Gnarly. Thanks, Hotline, for that alt tagline. That's the last I'll be doing of that voice. You don't want to hear that for the whole episode, or do you? I don't know. Anyway, thank you, Hotline. That is great. And, you know, this joke, stellar skateboard joke, right? That's been going on since our Deep Blue Sea episode with Evan Goldberg and Paul F. Tompkins. And the joke behind it, if you don't know, is that if you were to type in Stellan Skarsgård's name, it autocorrects to stellar skateboard, right? Something that Jason found out when he was making notes for the show. So when we first did that show, people started changing his name on Wikipedia for a while. We actually even had to say, guys, stop doing that. But it has persisted. And we recently found something that was kind of cool. I want to shout out one of our fans, Janelle Riley. I love Janelle. She's a great journalist. And she got to interview Stellan Skarsgård and actually showed him the photo of our stellar skateboard t-shirt. Now, Janelle wrote on her Substack, he took one look at it, paused, and started laughing out loud before saying, "Where can I get that? I look good." Janelle then told Stellan that she had hoped that this joke didn't annoy him, to which he replied, "Why would it upset me? I'm flying on that thing." So I love this. So thank you, Janelle, for doing this important journalism. Again, without people like you, we would not be bringing this podcast into the lives of Stellan Skarsgård, who I can't even say Stellan Skarsgård anymore because I just say stellar skateboard. Anyway, if you want to buy a stellar skateboard shirt, you can. It's up on our website. Now, coming up on today's episode, we will, of course, be hearing all of your corrections and omissions on Thrashin. Then Jason will stop by. We're going to talk about TV and movies. What else? But I'll tell you, we're going to talk about some new movies like The Furious and The Invite. Plus, Jason is going to recommend a couple of new British comedy shows that have immediately made it to the top of my must-watch list. You're going to want to stay tuned for that. And as always, at the end of the show, I will reveal the movie that we'll be covering in next week's episode. So we got a lot here to talk about. First of all, if you're in Los Angeles, where there might be a few tickets left for our upcoming Largo shows on July 31st and August 1st. This might be the last live shows for a little bit because we are all in pretty intense production schedules right now, and that will kind of be wrapping up at the end of October. So get your tickets now. We are covering XXX and the Legend of Billie Jean. You can go to hdtgm.com to see if tickets are still available. Our Thrashing shirt from the Thrashin episode is in the store right now. It's right next to our stellar skateboard shirt. I love it. Elle is on Amazon Prime. If you've not checked it out yet, you got to see June. She is absolutely fantastic in it. The show has been like #1 for weeks on end. And I got to tell you, I don't know what happened, but I got a notification from HarperCollins that my audiobook sold a ton of copies in the last week. So I just wanted to say thank you to everybody out there who bought my audiobook. You can still get it in paperback, however you want to listen to it. But if you've not gotten it yet, what a better time than to get it now. You can get it wherever you listen to your audiobooks. All right, but enough about that. Let's get into what we need to break down here on this show, which is what we might have gotten wrong about Thrashin', and there's a lot. Can we please get a little theme to bring us in?
Correction, omission, suppression. Bullshit with a new audition. Correcting the wrong information. Correction, omission, suppression.
Thank you, Chris Cheney, for that theme song. And now I know Jason wanted to change this segment from corrections and omissions to context and opinions. Now, we can only do that if all you songwriters out there step up to the plate and send us some new context and opinion theme songs. Just click on submit a song right there on the front page of hdtgm.com. And if we get enough new songs, we will grant Jason his wish and change this from corrections and omissions to context and opinions. All right, let's go to the phones. First up, Trev from Ireland.
Guys, absolutely loved your episode on Thrashin. Childhood staple of mine, growing up in 1980s Ireland. But rewatching it as an adult, right, I've noticed that Hook is aggressively territorial about Los Angeles. Every 5 minutes, right, he's yelling at Corey, go back to the valley, valley boy. Hey, valley boy, why don't you go back to the valley, valley boy? You don't belong here, valley boy. As if he's like been there for like generations, right? Except his sister is visiting from Indiana, which means Hook is also from Indiana. So this guy clearly just moved to LA like a year before and immediately start policing who counts as a local. He's basically a gentrifier, right? He arrived on the Tuesday and by Thursday, he's already given out about how the neighborhood's changed. I always laugh at that. It's like one of those things that when I rewatch it now with my friends, we always point out, yeah, what an asshole.
Hell yeah, Trev, you nailed it. You know, this guy's only been in LA for a couple of months. He even says, what if, his parents were sending his sister to check up on him? This guy's a total fucking poser. All right. We know it by the way he dresses and the way he spends all of his time with his earrings. I know they're important to him, but Trev, you saw this movie for what it is. Hook is a poser. He's an Indiana poser. Oh man, go back to Hoosiers, buddy. I would like to see him walk around in Hoosiers. All right, next up, John Steele.
Hey, Paul, this is John Steele calling with an opinions and context. As a 41-year-old skateboarder who's been doing this most of my life, thought I'd give you guys some context on some of the things. There were punk skaters in the 80s in that area at that time. The Dogtown crew that Jason spoke of turned into the punks. Tony Alva, who was one of the Daggers, was one of those main guys. He had his own company, Alva Skateboards, a lot of leather, a lot of punk rock. And the old guy who owned the skate company seemed a little inspired by George Powell of Powell Peralta, who was more of a behind-the-scenes guy, ideas, but was never a skater himself. And the downhill looked so easy, I believe, because they were showing the actors a lot on their skateboards. But if you were watching an actual downhill contest, they'd be going at insane speeds. It would look way crazier. And would be a lot harder to do. Thank you.
John, I have nothing to say, but wow, great information. And I actually looked up George Powell, who looks very much like this guy in the movie. So you know what? This movie got it all right. No, I understand, though, why this movie kind of works, because I think what you're kind of nailing is it was true enough to the culture to be exciting, but it was lame enough of a movie to be ridiculed, which is a kind of the perfect combination. And I agree with you. You and I are on the same page about downhill skateboarding being very, very hard. June, not so much, but she doesn't also appreciate breakdancing. But while we're talking about downhill skateboarding, let's talk to Phil from Michigan, because while he may not believe in downhill skateboarding, he did have a very important note.
Hey y'all, new listener, but already big fan of the show. As for an omission, during the LA massacre at the end, I think my favorite part of the movie is where the skaters crashed into that water cooler table, where they're like handing out cups of water to people as they're skating by. I don't know how that was supposed to work. If you're going, just relying on gravity to go downhill, make it to the bottom at this race, how are you going to stop for water? Like there's a pit stop function here? It didn't make sense. Anyway, love the show. Enjoyed the movie. Thanks for doing what you do.
Yes, Phil. Why were there breaks? You can't take a... Why were there water? And also, would you need water? It's not like you're running. I don't know. That is so dumb. I guess maybe it's for all the people who have fallen. It's like, oh yeah, you're out of the race, so now why don't you have some Gatorade? It doesn't also feel like I want to Are they grabbing it and running it? Because I've seen runners grab it and chug it down. If you could grab a glass of water, chug it down, and still do downhill, now you should win the whole race. Phil, thank you for being a new listener, by the way. And this is the way that people find the show. We never know. So we always tell people, yes, go, spread the word. It is important. Okay. Next up, we have Ryan from Nashville. What do you got?
Hi, guys. Pretty early on in the movie, you have some bikini babes walking across the street. And not only are they not carrying anything at all, no bags, no towels, no cover ups, no sunscreen, but they're also barefoot walking through the city. And then later on, Chrissy, after the dance or whatever, she takes off her high heels and shows Josh Brolin a trick. And she proceeds to walk around the entire downtown area. They even go to a damn carnival, and she never puts her heels back on. She's just walking around barefoot. It's just super gross, and I thought you guys would mention it. I hope you announce a Ryman show soon, because I would love to see a live show. Thanks, guys.
Yes, birdemic level gross. Why are these people? You don't walk around barefoot in LA. On the beach, maybe, but even on the beach, I was walking on the beach last weekend. I was in Dana Point. My soles were burning. Put on some shoes. It's like when I see people in sandals in New York, it makes me want to vomit. I hate it. It's disgusting. At least give these women a prop. Give them a baguette coming out of a shopping bag, if you will. Just give them something. And, you know, I if you want to see some more pictures of some barefoot people walking around, if you want to get your little fetish on, well, there are pics there. I mean, look, we're going to put them up on the Discord. We'll put them up. I guess we'll put them up in the social media. I don't know. Maybe that's too weird. Let's not put them up in the social media. Just trust me. Yeah, they're walking barefoot. I saw it. Scott saw it. We were there. All right, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we got more corrections and omissions coming your way, including some inside info from Sweden. That's right, and a debate on where Corey actually lives in the movie. Stick around. All right, everybody, welcome back. Before we hear more of your thoughts on Thrashin', I must remind you to tune into our classic episodes every Tuesday. This week's classic was The Dirt Bike Kid, kind of a spiritual sequel, or not a sequel, prequel, I don't know. And next week, we will be revisiting Crocodile Dundee in Los Angeles. Ooh, that was a rough one. So keep on checking out all of our replays of classic episodes every Tuesday. Now, let's go to the Discord. FNord42 writes, when you were wondering if the skaters trying to push each other over was considered thrashing, well, Thrasher is a avid skater. So all of the guys are thrashers and or thrashing. And I believe they called the movie Thrashin' because of the popularity of Thrasher magazine, which was the first national magazine dedicated to skateboarding, founded in 1981. Well, F. Nord, I believe you are 100% right. Great job there. And now we do know that everyone is thrashing. Unevolved Panda writes, and this is kind of more about the thrashing terminology. I think the more aggressive thrashing is quote unquote pushing the boundaries. The Z-Boys in the 70s remade skateboarding, and they were all about finding new dangerous things to do and doing tricks that no one had ever done. Skating in the 80s was more about half pipes and stairways, but still about who could go the biggest or do the longest grind or whatever. Skateboarders in Southern California map outdoor stairways the same way rock climbers map ascents. Thrashing is like, I could have died doing that, but I didn't. Oh, all right. So thrashing is kind of a higher level of skateboarding, which I would imagine Thrasher magazine was popularizing and showcasing. So we're agreeing. F. Nord and Unevolved Panda, they may be the same side of the same coin. We've never heard that term before, right? One was just produced maybe in 85 and the other one was produced in 91. So it's just the same coin, but some slight differences. Ghostbag writes, okay, Corey is talented, but anyone who puts their own name on the bottom of a skateboard without officially going pro for a company would be labeled as a kook. Imagine showing up to your local basketball game wearing a homemade Lakers jersey that you stitched your own name onto. Kook. Well, Ghostbag. I'm going to say that I agree with your idea, but the idea of a jersey with your own name on it, not as kooky as you would believe. As a matter of fact, you can put any name on the back there. I have a I have a Clippers jersey that I put Bomber Jr. on the back of it. And I will say that occasionally I will change up a name on the back because I don't want to, get too invested in a player. Right now I have a terrible habit of whatever player I buy their jersey, they are traded. So I guess I'm not going to buy a name jersey right now. That's where I'm at, and I hate it because I would love to be rocking a Kobe Sanders jersey, but I don't want to jinx it. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. I gotta say, these calls have been great. I love SpeakPipe. I love that we're getting more international flair in our calls. It has been great, but let's go to the true international city in the United States, Portland. Paul, what do you got?
Hey, Paul, this is Paul from Portland calling in with some context. I'm a long-time listener, but a longer-time skateboarder. There's about a million things I could call out that I think y'all would think would be interesting. But one, when you all were making fun of the skate dancing, that was when they were doing freestyling. And there's a scene where the actor from Twin Peaks at the Venice Beach, he walks by and goes, "Ugh, freestyling." Freestyling at the time was like seen as a real corny, lame kind of the least Thrashin kind of skateboarding. But interesting in the history of skateboarding, all the pool skating at this time kind of dies out. People start street skateboarding and they take the tricks that the freestylers came up with and the freestylers and launching all the companies. The other interesting thing is that skateboarders totally do for the next 30 years have little cliques that do dress like punk rock, tight jeans, cutoffs, leather jackets. They were called Hessians, or they were Hesh, and the clean cut guys were Fresh. Glad you covered some skateboarding, and you all were pretty great in the way you talked about it. Thanks, bye.
Whoa, some more hardcore facts. I love this. The Hessians. I'm going to be looking up skate style right now so hard because the leather and the skateboarding don't seem to mix. It seems very uncomfortable. But I love this, and I'm glad to know that skate dancing is freestyling. But you know what? Maybe, that was like kind of a dig at a movie that was never made. Freestyling, about a young guy who comes from Encino, who comes to LA to freestyle all his way. I mean, because basically in Rad, they're freestyling too. I mean, I guess maybe dancing on anything that's not supposed to be danced on is freestyling. I don't know. Somebody correct me. Hannah from Newcastle, what do you got?
Hey, Paul, it's Hannah from Newcastle upon Tyne. I just wanted to say thank you so much for doing Thrashin'. It's literally my other half's favourite movie. And he's Swedish, so I thought I would drop a little fact that we had from a Swedish point of view. So the freestyle skater in the movie is a Swedish guy called Per Verlinder, and he has a line that's all in Swedish, which might be the only all Swedish line in an 80s sort of skate movie. So he says, "Helt otroligt man," which translates to something like, "It's crazy." Anyway, just wanted to say thank you so much for doing this movie. And also, we watched you when you came to Glasgow, and we'd love you to come back to the UK soon. Bye.
Whoa. All right. I like this. Now, I did not know about this. I didn't even hear the Swedish, honestly. And maybe I'm not paying enough attention to this. But I do want to kind of tag on to this because Firebird on the Discord has some more info about Per Wellender, writing, Per was also Michael J. Fox's stunt double for some of the skateboard scenes in Back to the Future. Yes, that's where I know that name from. I read that book, the Michael J. Fox book about making Back to the Future, which, by the way, great book. He also later started a very successful skateboard company called Birdhouse. Whoa, yes, of course, Birdhouse. I know that with Tony Hawk. All right. Wow, guys, this is the best corrections and omissions we've ever had. Next up, Rick, also from Portland. All right, Portland strong. What do we got?
Hey, Paul. I just finished the Thrashin' episode. I love that movie, and I want to give some more context. You did mention the West Side Story of it all, and it goes even deeper than that. Thrashin's director, David Winters, was in the original Broadway cast and 1961 film version of West Side Story. He was a member of the Jets gang. And he would go on to continue to explore this theme of star-crossed lovers, not only in Thrashin', but as director and star of one of my favorite How Did This Get Made movies, Dancin' It's On. Another bangin' N apostrophe title. Love you guys.
Yes. I've been wanting to mention that in the episode, and I forgot, and then I didn't want to bring it up. But yeah. That's great. Great. And dancing, it's on. I didn't know that, though. Oh, man, Rick, you did it. Next up, Steve from Hollywood.
Greetings, Paul, Jason, and June. This is Steve in North Hollywood. I am so happy you guys are covering Thrashin', but I've just got to take you to task. June is correct. Corey is from the Valley. I believe somewhere in the opening credits we get a glimpse that he is from Van Nuys. I know this because I was a skate rat as a kid, and I watched Thrashin' a bajillion times. And that love for it has caused me to watch it about once or twice a year as an adult as well. So when Corey is skateboarding from home to his buddy's place in the beginning of the movie, while Meatloaf is singing the Thrashin' song, he's really just going from the Valley to, like, Venice Beach. I think it's established his buddy lives at or very close to Venice, somewhere where a family could have a nice, huge plot of land big enough to build a ramp and park an RV on so their buddy Corey can train for the summer. Thanks so much for covering Thrashin', and thank you retroactively for covering Sharknado all those years ago. Signed, and love, from the clerk from the first Sharknado.
Okay. Steve, first of all, I salute you for your service. Okay, I salute you for your service in Sharknado. You are amazing, but I disagree with you. Okay, I disagree with you. And guess what? Our producer, Scott, he wants to chime in because I was already Googling and he was like, I got this. So Scott, take it away.
Steve, I actually got to take you to task here because I rewatched the opening of Thrashin', and while it definitely looks like it could have been filmed in Van Nuys, I didn't see anything that indicated it took place in Van Nuys. But one thing I did notice was in the scene where Corey is hitchhiking, you can see a license plate on the car he gets into, and it's a little too blurry to make out, but I did some research, and I'm 100% confident that this is a 1986 license plate from the state of Missouri. Now, I can't tell you for sure that he's supposed to live in Missouri, but he likely traveled through Missouri at some point, which means he does not live in the Valley.
Bam! You might have been watching that all the time, Steve, but you missed out on that Missouri plate. This motherfucker might have been, and this is what I think that you're confused at, the location of where he was skating from, which I've now looked at, is in Los Angeles, but it was not meant to be in Los Angeles. So I think that is more about a budget, because what we're talking about is he's staying 3 miles away, 4 miles away. I know LA traffic is bad, but not that bad. But all I want to say is thank you, Scott. And Steve, watch that movie again. And you know what? I got to say, the winner this week, it's clear. Whenever you get my back, you're going to walk away with the winning thing. This has never happened before. I'm going to give the correction and omission winner to our producer, Scott Sani. Scott, your winner's prize is that I will be giving you your own official skater nickname. Now, this is a real treat for Scott because he came up with this idea. You didn't even know that you were going to win it. But Scott, you brought to our attention Missouri. You proved that I was right. But I want to represent what you brought to the table from Missouri. We could call you Show Me Scott because Missouri is a show me state. We could call you a Spring Patcher, right? Because that's people who live in Springfield. But I'm going to go a little deeper. I looked this up online. I'm going to call you Jomo. Jomo are what residents of Joplin are called. So, Scott, your skater name is Jomo. There you go. For all of you jealous that you didn't get an official skating name and you're not the producer of the show, and you might say that he kind of put his hand on the scales. This is up and up. Okay. But you know what? If you want to try again, you can try to win a brand new prize next episode by leaving us a voicemail at speakpipe.com/HDTGM or writing us on our Discord at discord.gg/HDTGM. Now, coming up after one last break, Jason will stop by to talk about TV and movies that we are loving, and we're going to get a few recs that you got to write down. All right. Stick around. Welcome back. Oh my gosh, Jason and I have not been able to hang out in a little bit, and so we're going to get into it with what we've been seeing in the theater, what we've been watching on TV, and we got a bunch. So take out a pen, get ready for this, and in honor of Swedish skateboarder Per Wellander, let's hear this choice theme song from one of our fans in Sweden. Anton Wellen, let's hear it.
Paul and Jason have things to say, and it's a fact that we can all call it. They're watching their movies, they're watching TV, they're going to tell me, and we can all call it just chat.
Jason, what is up?
Oh boy, here we are once again back in the closet talking to you, my friend.
Both of us in closets, which I really do enjoy. You can't see Jason's closet, but I like the way your closet is organized in the way that I would like I'm a married man. I'm relegated to the smallest amount of closet space.
Yes.
When we moved into our house, we hired a person to help us like kind of unpack, and get everything out. The benefit of this person was, the day that you move in, everything is out and in, so it felt really good.
Yeah.
And that closet person many years ago, 5 years ago, gave me a nice piece of closet real estate. I was so excited about it. And quickly, it was just, before she left the house, it was gone. It was like, nope, that June is like, not for you. So everything I have is so
tiny. Yes.
So tiny. And I look at your closet, I'm like, I would love to be able to.
Just spread out all the t-shirts and all the sweatshirts.
Things,
yes.
A couple things. I just.
my heart breaks for you. My heart breaks for you, my friend.
I'm actually in a closet with overflow from my closet, which is just stuff that I have to like move from this closet to that closet when the weather changes.
You can tell because Paul is using a fake digital background, so I can't see his closet.
Yes.
And you can see mine fine.
Oh, perfectly. I love it. What have you been up to? I've been away. You've been working. Yeah,
I've been working. I'm in that like zone right now where I'm working, and so I'm coming home absolutely exhausted.
Yeah,
and do not have the patience for high-end things.
Oh, got it. Oh,
like shows or movies that are complicated or require full attention.
Yeah.
So I just have spent the last couple of weeks really spending quite a lot of time at Dutton Ranch.
Oh, dude.
Have you been watching Dutton Ranch?
Yes.
Let's get into
psyched.
The further adventures of Beth and Rip and Carter and everybody from the Yellowstone world.
I didn't never watch Yellowstone. Never really worked for me. And man, oh man, Dutton Ranch is back.
It's hitting.
Baby. I love it.
It's so fun. So yeah, just finished Dutton Ranch. Absolutely obsessed with it. True.
So good.
The amount that the Taylor, and wait, have you listened to the Taylor Sheridan Howard Stern interview?
No, I saw clips. I didn't realize it was new.
I cannot recommend it enough. It is absolutely fantastic. It is like 3 hours long. Every story Taylor Sheridan tells feels like it's a pitch for a new Taylor Sheridan show.
Wow.
It is every story is so full of high stakes reveals and like major dramatic turns, and like the stories from his childhood feature so much like good story plot points. Like it's hilarious. You gotta listen to it.
Love this. Okay, great.
Dutton Ranch, boy, what a blast.
What a blast. And I will say that to people out there who like, I hope that we turn John to Landman. And if you are like, I have not connected to this world, again, Dutton Ranch and Landman share a DNA that I really enjoy. I think you put Tulsa King under there as well. But Dutton Ranch and Landman are a very specific, fun world.
And don't feel like, but I didn't watch all the seasons of Yellowstone. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Don't bother. Just jump right in.
You'll figure it out. You'll get there. 1, 2, 3.
I was genuinely shocked how much of the show is just about them doing work on the ranch.
Oh, love it.
Just moving these cows to over there.
Yeah.
Putting that over there. Like just true B-roll, beautiful B-roll of ranch. Like the script must be 15 minutes of dialogue, 15 pages of dialogue, and the rest is just B-roll. It's so crazy.
He's popping out these scripts at a rate that is concerning. He's got it. He's got it on lock. It's
great.
Very. By the way, here's a show that you might be enjoying in your coming home that I've fallen in love with. Last One Laughing. Have you watched this? The best.
The absolute best.
I mean, I've been watching it for a while. I was like, I didn't know we've ever talked about it. It's like, it is.
Yeah,
wow.
So funny. I've only watched the 2 UK seasons.
Yes, I've watched the UK seasons as well.
I haven't watched. I watched some of Australia, but I haven't watched Canada. But the UK first season of UK with Richard Ayoade and Bob Mortimer both on it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
I'm laughing so hard, and I'm dying for the show to come to the United States. I know that Amazon is like talking about it.
It's crazy that it hasn't.
No, it's and by the way, it's so easy. It's one day of shooting. It's
a 1 hour day. It's a 1 day show.
Yeah, it's not even a 12-hour day. It's like easy. I'm like, this show is genius. You should do one every quarter. It's like
100% agree. It is an absolute blast. I love it. It's so funny.
Last One Laughing, and you can pick your poison, but I think that UK is the way to do it. Like
season 2, the standoff that occurs between David Mitchell and Sam Campbell is the funniest stuff ever.
It's so good.
And leads me directly into one of my picks, which I'd love to tell you about.
Yeah, please.
So Sam Campbell, who is the Australian comedian, he's on season 2 of Last One Laughing. Yeah. He's a Taskmaster contestant. I can't remember, season 15, I think, or 16, 15 maybe. Anyway, he is a true, like, one-of-a-kind genius comedian, in my opinion. And he has a new show called Make That Movie.
Okay.
That is
yes.
absolutely crazy. And has a moment that I the other night laughed so hard on the couch that I started to get tunnel vision and think I might pass out due to like oxygen depletion because I was having so much trouble catching my breath. The setup of the show is people send in videos that are like, hey, I have an idea for a movie. Why don't you make a movie about this? And then they pitch him a movie that's usually based on their real life. And then Sam Campbell and his team of movie makers make that movie. Now, it sounds like it's almost like a Nathan Fielder kind of setup. Yeah. But all of it's fake. Nobody's real. Nothing is real. So all of it's fake. And it is some of the funniest fucking shit I've ever seen. It's so good.
I've been dying to watch this, and I did not realize it was like a mockumentary, which is now...
It's not quite a mockumentary. Okay. It just looks like it's a mockumentary. But everything is fake.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Not everything. It's... how do I explain this?
You know what? Maybe you don't. Because I should just enjoy it,
kind of a mockumentary.
Okay.
It is. It has all of the filmic languages, you're right, of a mockumentary, although it's more like a show about would you call The Rehearsal a mockumentary? Maybe. Yeah.
Well, no, because it's like, hey, yeah. Okay, so it's like Rehearsal should be my guiding light. As far as like what
it's like about a group of people who are bringing to life the movies of regular people, but the regular people are also actors.
Oh, yeah.
So it just has the language of we're submitting. You know what I mean? Like
right.
Once you watch it, you'll be like, "Oh, this is so simple." But in explaining it, it's so much more difficult.
No, and I really fell in love with Sam Campbell on that show, so I'm excited to see this.
The other, just because it's Taskmaster related, the other show that I'll mention that I just watched is called 0 Stars, and it's a travel show where former Taskmaster contestants Sarah Pascoe and Roisin. Roisin's last name?
Conity, right?
Oh yeah, you're right. It's a travel show for them where they go to places and they only stay in like the least well-reviewed hotels. They only go to the least well-reviewed social and cultural events. They take 1-star tours. They go to 1-star restaurants. It is so funny. But it's just them being so game to participate in whatever nonsense they're presented with. It's hilarious.
This is so funny because I feel like I got to move to London. These are shows that I've tried, like not this, but things like this that people never even look at or bite on. It's like, it's so cheap, it's so easy. Let's go make something fucking. It's like Travel Man is so funny.
Well, it's like Travel Man, and it's also it gave me also like vibes that I loved on Pally and Gabrus's show, 101 Places to Party Before You Die, because the show is so funny and it's a great travel show, but what you're really watching is Sarah and Roshin's friendship be documented. They are so funny together. Their dynamic and chemistry is so funny. That's really what you're participating in.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel like we don't do. And that's what I loved about the Gabrus Pally one too.
And I mean, that's also the formula to a certain degree of like The Trip, those movies, the three of those.
So good.
Man, I love this. Okay, these are good things.
Zero Stars is an absolute blast. Really very funny.
I am loving
I think you'll like these. There's been I feel like some and the other thing I'll mention just while we're on British comedy and Taskmaster related stuff. One of I know a show that both of us saw that is now available as a special. Nish Kumar's Nish Don't Kill My Vibe.
Hilarious.
Available to stream on YouTube. It is an absolutely dynamite comedy special that is so fucking funny and so smart.
I haven't laughed that hard at a special, and not to say that there have not been great specials, but this is up there. This feels to me very much like the way I felt when I saw Chris Fleming's special, in the sense I was like, this is a completely unique voice. You're on this journey, and it is a nonstop, like it is a ride. You're like,
it's a sprint.
Flying.
Yeah, it is. It's an not only is it so funny, it is so smart, and it is so scathing, and is so insightful. Nish Kumar, a very funny, very silly man, also was the host of the MASH Report, which was kind of England's version of The Daily Show. So is also like savagely political and insightful. Like he is one of the like true greats, I think, doing this.
This is not British comedy, but it feels in a way like small, like a British comedy, because I think that's what we're talking about to a certain degree too. It's like just really specific small stuff. I finally got to see The Invite in the theater.
I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, great.
I saw The Invite on a Sunday night in a packed theater, which was awesome. And it reminds me of these movies I think that you and I both like. It very Mike Nichols-esque, Nora Ephron-esque. Like it's just, four people in this, San Francisco apartment. It's, Olivia Wilde directed it, and she does an amazing job. Seth Rogen and Penelope Cruz and Ed Norton. Everybody is fantastic. I think go in knowing nothing as I did. I understood what the premise was, but I didn't understand what even the premise was underneath the premise, which is even better. I think the less you know, the more it will unravel for you. But man, I was just, it's funny. I was trying to figure it. June and I were talking about the movie on the way home, and I was like, it's such a small movie that demands to be seen on the big screen, which is such it's not spectacle, but it's a movie that I think would be hurt by watching it on a small screen. It's like, and I feel like we haven't seen a drama, in that way. It's a drama, it's a comedy, it's everything. It's awkward, but it's like, you forget that those movies are also worthy of it. We get so into this idea of you got to see the explosions, you got to see the Odyssey. And by the way, all those, yes, sure.
Well, there's also it's not just the size of the screen, but it's to do it with other people.
Yes.
The part of it too is to watch these things that provoke feelings from a group rather than just, I'm having a solitary experience in my house with this piece of media.
And I may have said this thing before, but oh my gosh, why am I forgetting his name? He directed Sinners and
Ryan Coogler.
Ryan Coogler had this great thing where he said, when he watches movies at home, when it gets too uncomfortable, he can pause it or he can get up and go to the bathroom. And this movie, I was watching this movie through my fingers at certain points, because it is you're just in this thing. Oh no. And it's and you forget that's that's a powerful thing too. Just to be you gotta watch it. Sit here and watch it.
Oh, good.
It's really fun.
I'm excited for that.
And conversely, something that was exciting to see, I saw Lost Boys on Broadway in New York.
Oh, how was that?
Awesome. awesome.
Really?
Yes. It won a bunch of Tonys. It was nominated for a bunch of Tonys. David Hornsby from like Always Sunny and
Sure.
you know, and
Rickety Cricket?
Yes. He wrote it.
Oh,
And-
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, and it's great. It's like it does stuff
Cool.
on a Broadway stage that I've never seen done
Oh, wow.
in my life. A motorcycle chase on stage.
Oh, wow. That's
I was
cool.
like, holy shit. It was and if you like the Lost Boys, I mean, you know, it was it was a pretty amazingly fun experience.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, I like that.
You will dig it. It really took my breath away. Like it, like
Ooh,
you know,
wow.
like in the sense of like you're like, oh, I don't know what I'm getting into, and I'm so excited to see it. But I'm psyched for Hornsby too. I remember we
That's
were working
cool.
together on something. He's like, yeah, you know, we're workshopping this Lost Boys thing. I was like, oh, that's
How
crazy. He's like,
great.
yeah, and it was like, and this is only like maybe half a year ago when you were talking about this,
Oh,
and then it
wow.
got to Broadway and became like it's the musical. Here, I'm looking right here. It's the most Tony Award winning new musical of the year.
Okay,
So yeah,
very cool.
yeah, there it is.
I can't recommend enough to you the recently dropped action movie extravaganza called The Furious.
Oh, dude. Yes, another movie that has been on my list of because Patton was holding a little he had like a little come check this out with me in a screening room, and
it was great. It just came on demand, so you can watch it now. I just watched it last night, and it is a blast. If you're a fan of like The Raid or what was the one
and
called?
It's more
like
fun
They Came
too,
at
right?
Night. It's fun. Yeah. It's fun, but it's violent, you know. The fight choreography is just incredible. You know, it is absolutely stunning. Really incredible stuff. An absolute blast.
Ooh, I'm excited about that. Like, yeah, there's so much stuff that I need to like catch up on. I may have talked to you about this. You know, my kids are very much into sitcoms right now. We're watching a lot of sitcoms, and we really are. We're like on season 8 of The Office. So we've been chugging away on The Office. So
that's impressive.
Yeah, every time there's a break, it's like, let's watch The Office. And I'll tell you, I'm not tiring of it. I am only tiring of, is that the only thing that we can watch at night? Every episode I enjoy, but and my kids are getting older, so they're outweighing, like I'm falling asleep before them. So there's no post there's no, like I used to be like go to bed and then I could watch my own thing, but now it's like I'm watching The Office until I pass out. And then they're rewatching episodes with June and I.
That is so crazy.
It really
I love
is.
it.
Yeah, The Office is, and by the way, great show. Great show.
Oh yeah. I remember when my nieces were obsessed with Reba. Not a great show.
I've been playing on PlayStation the new James Bond game.
Oh,
which is fun.
I saw a review of it. Is it good?
Look.
Maybe I'll do that.
I'm playing in a very lackadaisical way.
Yeah.
Like I'm not like in there to beat a game.
I get it.
You know, and so when I get to sit down with it, I am enjoying my time. There is a surprising amount of chatting in it. Like sometimes I'm like, all right, can I just play a level here? I'm like, I'm walking to meetings. I'm listening to things. Like I'm doing a lot of that kind of work.
Funny,
but I am really enjoying it. It's fun, and again, it feels like James Bond. Like it has like that
cool.
vibe
I like
to
that.
it. Yeah. And I think it is well reviewed. I hope it is. I mean,
the review I read was great, which is what made me curious about it. So to hear that you're playing it, I'm like, maybe I'll do it.
I think it's fun and easy, and they do. I mean, the same way that I felt about the Indiana Jones game. I like it. I'm like, I'm just sitting there.
I didn't play that. Was that fun?
That's fun. It's just it's like, again, for what I am doing there. You know, understanding that my kids are playing Fortnite at all times. But if I can sneak it in, I'm like, I get to play Indiana Jones for a little bit, and it makes me. And Indiana Jones is like fun, like in exactly the way I want it to be. Like I'm going around, I'm taking pictures, I'm using my whip, I'm swinging from things.
Perfect.
I like it all. All right, well, Jason, always a pleasure. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Thank you, Jason, for popping in. And for all of you who want to watch something that we recommend but can't remember the name of it, guess what? We always put a list of our recommendations in the show notes of every single Last Looks episode. In fact, you can find links to just about anything in the episode notes, our voicemail page, where to submit your theme songs, and the Discord, the merch, tour dates, and more. So when in doubt, look at the episode notes. Someone's spending a lot of time doing it, so look at them. Okay, now it is time for what you've all been waiting for. What movie will we be covering in next week's episode? Next week, we'll be going from ice cream in a big bowl to Screams up a big pole. Wait, confused? Don't be. We'll be continuing our extreme summer lineup with the 2022 survival thriller Fall, starring, I don't know this person, Grace Carol Curry, Virginia Gardner, and Jeffrey Dean Morgan. There's somebody. Here's IMDb's breakdown of the plot. When a high-rise climb goes wrong, best friends Becky and Hunter find themselves stuck on the top of a 2,000-foot tower, TV tower, I should say. Oh, it's like that Netflix guy who climbed up there, remember the Free Solo dude? Anyway, Rotten Tomatoes gives it a 79% fresh, not bad. And critic Chrissy Puchko from Mashable says, this is not a good movie, but it is a movie that made me cry out, oh, good God. And that is something. And by the way, Christy, that is a perfect recommendation for How Did This Get Made. Let's take a listen to the trailer.
Okay, I'm gonna jump onto the bag. Hunter!
I have something that's planned, and I need a partner in crime. The B67 TV tower.
Hey, trust me. What was that?
If you're scared of dying, don't be afraid to live.
Fall is available to stream on Netflix and YouTube TV. Not bad. All right, so that is it for Last Looks. And if you listen to us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please rate and review us. It is important because when you do that and you have following turned on, turn on that following. That's right, automatic downloads turned on. We don't drop that many episodes. It's going to not overwhelm anything. It helps the show, and we appreciate it. Keep on telling people about the show and visit us on social media at HDTGM. And a big thank you to our producer, Scott Sani and Molly Reynolds, our engineer, Casey Holford, our social media manager, Zoe Applebaum, and of course, we will forever be grateful to the one and only Avril Halley. We will see you next week when we figure out how to get down from this 2,000-foot tall TV tower in the movie Fall. Bye for now.